Very
Good
good
morning.
morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. So let us start your interview. So introduce yourself first of all.
Okay. So I am Aditya Kumar, and I have been working as an assistant section officer in Government of India. And I have earlier graduated from IT Roorkee in 2015, and since then I have been working in Extria as a data scientist. And for the last 1 year, I have joined Government of India. I belong to RA Bihar, and this is my first attempt in UPSC.
Okay. Are you here for UPSC?
Yes, sir. I have appeared in UPSC mains this year also.
Okay. So first of all, tell me something about your data scientist. I saw your that. So tell me what is data?
Data is any meaningful collection of information which can be gathered from different sources, which can be organized or unorganized.
What is data mining?
Data mining is a process in which we bring out different kind of insights from that data, because data is very scattered, and when we bring out meaningful information from it, that is data mining.
And data localization?
Data
localization.
data localization.
Yes.
So you see, there are many companies which are registered outside India, and they store the data outside India. So the government of India wants that that data should be stored inside India, so that we can track out international activities, we can track out fines and transactions inside India itself. So that process is called data localization.
Okay. You have done graduation electronics and communication.
Yes, sir.
So one question from that segment. Tell me about the fiber optics.
Oh, sir. Fiber optics is basically based on total internal reflection. It is used for sending data, large volume data across two different nodes at the speed of light.
Okay. One other question. What is nanomaterials?
So nanomaterial is any material which is in the nanometer category, which is 10 to the power minus 9 meters, and it can be in the range of 1 to 100 nanometers. And these nanomaterials can be used in medical devices, this can be used in many industrial processes as well.
Okay. Very nice. Your optional is geography.
Yes, sir.
So another question from geography. Tell me about the cyber dome.
Sorry,
Heat dome. Heat dome.
heat dome.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, heat dome, I don't remember very clearly, but it's a process where there is anticyclonic condition, and the heat or the heated ground does not, I mean, there is anticyclonic condition, so that there are descending winds, and it traps the heat there, so the atmosphere becomes very heated.
Another question from your optional. Tell me the geography of Bihar.
Sir, Bihar has 39 districts, and it has been divided into North and South Bihar by Ganga River. And Bihar is a state which is frequented by floods as well as occasional droughts.
Any information about longitude and latitude of
Oh.
Bihar?
Sir, I can approximate, but I am not exactly sure. Bihar is located between 84 degree east to I guess 90 degree east, and in terms of latitude, it's located somewhere around 25 degree to 30 degree north.
Okay. Recently, environmental impact assessment
Yes, sir.
was in air.
2006.
So tell me about this environmental impact assessment.
Okay. So whenever a new project is set up, the government assesses the environmental impact of it, and in that there is scoping and screening, and we study different alternates of that project. We study the environmental impact. We take public feedback, and on the basis that we either accept the project or reject it or make modifications so that minimum environmental impact is.
Why it was in air in last months?
So there has been an amendment in which many of the rules have been relaxed.
In which areas, for the which areas? Why some areas, people of areas were opposed by this environmental assessment changing?
So as far as I can remember, this was
Something
that-
about the Western Ghat.
Okay. So Western Ghats is a very ecologically sensitive region, and the Kerala floods, for example, they were caused due to the environmental degradation in the Western Ghat region. So that's why many people in Kerala were opposed to it. Other than that, there was relaxation in border districts as well, so that easy road construction and other projects can be taken.
Okay. Your hobby is stargazing.
Yes, sir.
What is stargazing?
Stargazing is the observation of stars, different constellations in the sky, and
Please.
different constellations in the sky, as well as the near Earth objects like International Space Station and study of astronomy.
Okay. So tell me, best night sky events of July.
Uh, I don't remember in particular in July.
Which you can remember?
So there were blood moon previous month.
Okay. What is blood moon?
Blood moon is there when shadow of Earth is there, so that the moon looks a bit reddish.
Okay. In geography,
Yes, sir.
we study geographical basis of Indian federalism.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the geographical basis of Indian federalism?
Sir, India is a nation with varied topography, varied culture. For example, northern plains of India are totally different from the southern peninsula of India. That is one basis. Other than that, in terms of population geography, the population density, population distribution in northeast and south, for instance, are totally different. So this is one basis. Other than that, the topography, Himalayas in south, there is Western Ghats. In northeast, there are Purvanchal hills. So these all factors, in terms of both human and physical, make India a federal nation.
Okay. Sometimes
Yes, sir.
or occasionally we see the map. When we see the map of India, then there is also a map of Sri Lanka.
Yes, sir.
Why Indian maps reflect Sri Lanka?
First of all, it's due to geographical proximity.
Yes.
Other than that, it's an island, so it's not, and it's also very close
I
to
want
Tamil
to know
Nadu.
about the geographical aspects of this mapping.
Sir, I'm not exactly sure, but there have been some island dispute with Sri Lanka, and yes, the proximity is there.
Something about the nautical mill and Indian territory special economic zone. Can you correlate this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there is Pak State and Gulf of Mannar there, and in that the India's the exclusive economic zone, which extends up to 200 nautical miles, I guess. So I think Sri Lanka lies within that.
Okay, that's right. That is it. Question. So please, sir, continue.
Tell me about the Jal Jeevan Haryali Mission of Bihar, when it was started.
Sir, I don't remember the year exactly, but it's about.
And it's some main features of, because it is a green project of Bihar.
Yes, sir. So it includes the environmental aspects of water conservation, tree plantation, and other such activities. The government also celebrates a day by creating human chains of students and creating awareness amongst them. And Bihar is a state which is frequented by floods and droughts, so water conservation becomes a very critical project in Bihar.
My next question is, tell me about the Nalanda University in ancient India. It was very famous for
Yes, sir.
Mahayana Buddhism and its philosophy.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some of the famous teachers at that time which contributed Buddhist philosophy?
Sir, I cannot remember the name. Sorry.
And Rishi Ganga river is in this year, back to if you in last 6 months has been a limelight for what reason?
Sir, I have heard the name, but I cannot recall, sir.
Can you tell which river Rishi Ganga is tributary of which river? Next question is, you are related to engineering background.
Yes, sir.
OTT platform is very limelight.
Yes, sir.
And in which year government tried its best and formulated a policy for OTT?
Sir, earlier there was self-regulation mechanism there, and I think in 2020 government formulated OTT and social media guidelines so that
No, it was not the 2021 Internet Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code. It was formulated in 2021 or 2022.
sorry, sir. So government formulated them to curb the excessive abusive languages and violent scenes shown in those OTT platforms, and the social media rules also to regulate them.
The next question is, in your opinion, is self-regulation is it needed, or otherwise the need of rule is much more emphasized?
Sir, there is a saying that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So in terms of that, on one side OTT and social media, these things give immense powers to users and to themselves also to spread the ideas, information and entertainment. But the practical observation has been that self-regulation has not been that effective. In fact, these OTT platforms have been frequently complained against due to abusive languages, nudity and excessive violence. So I think there should be some rules so that we can regulate them.
Can you tell me any country in the world
Yes, sir.
which has in that country self-regulation is more sought after?
No, sir, I cannot.
In the recent days, the population control policies and rules
Yes, sir.
in many states these are very in the limelight.
Yes, sir.
In the recent UP government has made the rule, but some state governments are opposing it,
Yes, sir.
including Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, on one side, population has been a problem because of high population density. For example, Bihar has a total fertility rate of approximately 3. And in that case, population control becomes necessary. But it's also been observed that the TFR is falling very fast. In the future, we may fall short of human resources to run our industries, to run our country. So in that case, many governments are saying that when the population is already falling, there is no need of it.
Why there is so contradiction? Bihar is a neighboring state of you. Uttar Pradesh is making a law, and the Bihar chief minister is opposing it. What is the reason between this contradiction? One is saying that rule making is necessary, other is saying opposing this rule.
Sir, I think there are two dimensions to it. One is approach and another is politics. In terms of approach, as I told, some states think population as a resource, some states think population as a liability. In terms of politics, I think some states think that these kind of population control laws can be used to target some communities. So that's why some states are opposing it.
Is there any United Nations Convention about population control policies. Can you tell me?
Sorry, I cannot recall.
Is socio-economic awareness is should be more emphasized than incentives and punishment.
Yes, sir, I agree with that view because if you see the literacy rate of low TFR states or countries, you will observe that in those societies there is very high percentage of female literacy rate. I think when females become educated, they automatically switch to lesser TFR and better contraception and other awareness that reduces the population.
Can you tell me about some of the medieval Indian famous personalities which were related to Bihar? Medieval India, it means
Sir, Sirsa Suri was one of them.
and some of the famous personalities from Bihar which contributed towards basically art and culture in modern India.
Modern India. Sir.
Yes. They are very famous.
Sir, there were Patna Kalam painters.
Some famous musicians.
Sir, Bismillah Khan, he was Sanai player. He belonged to Buxar.
Buxar or Varanasi?
Sir, I think he later shifted to Varanasi.
Please be continue.
Bihar is very known for its floods.
Yes, sir.
So, in your opinion, what is the government recent initiative towards this problem?
Sir, there has been a river linking project. For example, Kosi is known as Saurav Bihar. In that case, government is contemplating a Kosi Mechi river connection project so that the flood water of Kosi can be diverted to lesser water resource rich regions.
But in many areas, river leaking is not a solution.
Yes, sir.
So, making dams or check dams, making dams, larger dams or smaller dams. In your opinion, is it correct policy to making only dams?
Sir, making dams is a very important aspect of controlling floods, but it's not the only solution of it. We can for once we can control sand mining also, which increases the water holding capacity of rivers. We can create dredging of rivers so that the excess silt is cleared out from rivers and water holding capacity of river increases. Other than that, we can undertake plantations, tree plantations, which control the soil erosion and prevent floods.
Development of Bihar.
Yes, sir.
If suppose that you are in the policy making, an advisor to the chief minister, suppose, what will be your primary area for the development of Bihar?
Yes, sir. I think, sir, my
Which sector?
yes, sir. My priority will be on the three different sectors. One is education, because the literacy rate of Bihar is low. When literacy rate improves and the quality of education improves, there will be meritocracy and there will be very good entrepreneurs from Bihar, very good engineers, doctors from Bihar. Other than that, I will focus on healthcare, because a lot of human resources of Bihar are wasted only because Bihar does not have good healthcare. And the last thing, but not the least, we should focus on the industries, reviving the industries of Bihar, because you already have a good pool of human resources, and if we improve industries, we will solve the problem of migration also, we will reduce the crime rates also, and will increase the total income of Bihar also.
It means, in your opinion, agriculture is nowhere in your study.
Sir, when I say about industries, we can create food processing industries as well. For example, if we grow wheat, we can create Atta industry is also there, and for example sugar cane, that can also be used to create sugar industries there. If we don't add value to our farm produce, our farm income cannot be enhanced.
In the field of electricity supply and distribution, the recent initiative of the state government, can you tell me? Some of the reforms, if you starting last 15 years, if you see, the area of electricity has been reformed.
Electricity.
Yes, electricity distribution, not generation. Electricity distribution and management.
Sir, there has been a central scheme for smart metering, and there was a scheme, I cannot recall the name of it, to solve the financial crisis in distribution companies.
Next question.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Give me some policies and programs of Bihar related to the health and education, because you are going to improve the system of health and education. So I want to know about the government policies of Bihar about the health and education.
Sir, in terms of education, we had a cycle scheme for girls so that we can improve female literacy. We also had scholarship schemes for meritorious students who score first division in 10th and 12th boards. In terms of healthcare, sir, there has been a national insurance scheme, Ayushman.
That is the national health scheme. I want to particularly the scheme of Bihar, Bihar state.
Sorry, I cannot recall any specifics.
Okay. So I want another question. This is case study. Suppose that you are a SDM
Yes.
and one serious health issues person, he has serious health issues, come to your office and demand for help, demand for your support from you. So, but there is a condition. You can support them by the government policies and programs, and the policies of government is that it has four dimensions, four aspects to provide the support to the poor people or health related issues persons. That individual fulfill only three conditions.
Yes, sir.
Then how will you help?
Sir, first of all, if the help is needed urgently, I will take him to the emergency department of a hospital. If it can be, the treatment can be taken up later, I'll write to my seniors and I'll ask for their direction whether I can make an exception for that person or not. If I cannot make an exception, I'll contact the NGOs and charitable organizations in my area or help him crowdfund his treatment. For example, Milak and other things.
I am seeing your knowledge is very good about the electronics and communication. So why you choose geography as optional?
Sir, first of all, electronics is not an optional in any of the PCs or UPSC examinations. Other than that, geography really helps us to know about different physical and human dimensions of our country and the world, which helps us in the administration.
Okay. So my next question is, what is, your first day in your office? Tell me about your first day in your office. If you suppose that you are in there,
Okay.
what you will do?
So on the first day, I will go and meet up my seniors and juniors and other colleagues so that I can understand the functioning of my department before taking any further steps. I'll also try to help my team with my technical expertise so that, for example, e-governance is there, I can implement processes online and help them do it more effectively.
Okay. One last question from the board. how will you use your knowledge or experience about the electronics and communication in administration?
Yes. Sir, Bihar has been lagging in terms of industries. So in that we can create semiconductor industry inside Bihar because Bihar already has a pool of lot of engineers. So in that terms, we can help India as well by becoming a hub of semiconductors materials. Other than that, we can use weather radars, which is a very important communication tool to help forecast of weather and help farmers in their plantation and flood predictions.
Okay, thank you. Your interview is over.
Yes.